Quick two-step. A nice little juke in the shot. That's Chardonnay. Nice rebound. Takes it up. Rims out. Rebound by the big Allie Conway. She's not messing around today, guys.
Allie Conway, the leading rebounder for the Seawolves. You got to get her away from the ball inside. And look, right away, they still can't get the shot inside that they want.
Christina Fahey to Basorti. Basorti working down low to Conway. Conway with the spin move and the strong take. Barely bouncing off that rim. No good. Quick break. Booker. I would like to have seen a lob there to Candace Matthews.
Allie Conway so far, putting the pressure on inside. And need to get her away from the ball. And right away, the Gators not holding on the ball very well. They need to take their time. They're rushing this.
Inbounds pass. Christina Fahey on the receiving end dishes it back to Alyssa Ito. I think she changed her number just for this game.
I think
guessing
so.
there might be some subterfuge going on. Was not in the game notes. That number 12 she's wearing. Number 32, Travis Newman almost hits from outside. Ito with the rebound. That was a lucky rebound, gentlemen. I just don't like seeing that at all. Long shot, no good. And a strong board by Shakur.
That was Jacqueline Barsotti, the team's leading scorer. And she's 31% from deep downtown. And she just missed one there. And Gators with some.
What was the call on that? I missed that.
That was there it is. It's carrying.
We're a little bit excited. It seems that both teams know what's on the line, but you gotta exhale.
Especially with the Gators, those are two basic, very fundamental turnovers. You got carrying. You learned that in grade school, don't you?
I like Charnay. I like what she's doing. She's not even letting it bring it through half court. A little shove right there by Taylor Vigil. Not liking that blanketed defense.
There you go.
Christina Fahey getting the music too from Booker. Lady Gators. Oh, I don't know.
There it is.
Well, thank you, ref.
That's a good defense. You keep your feet moving, hands up.
I got excited. I beg your pardon. That was.
Because you know what's on the line.
Too many steps that time.
Charnay brings it back up court. Nicole Hicks.
9-6
Person
right
we
now,
want on the ball, working the offense. Matthews to Booker to Bell. Bell looking for an open space. She finds it before dishing. Booker at the top. Wide right, I beg your pardon.
Nothing inside so far for the Gators.
There it is, all the way up.
A strong take, just missing by Matthews. Rebound by Elizabeth Day with a little bit of an elbow off her pivot.
We're going with a full court defense here, pushing.
Travis Newman, one person to beat, takes the shot. Somewhat of an air ball teardrop, if you will. Oh, the pull-up jumper by Nix, no good.
It's a low percentage shot. You got to attack the basket when you're on a fast break. I don't know, why are you pulling up for a mid-range jumper?
I agree with you, Ramel. I don't know what is going on with the women Gators so far. I don't know if it's the pressure of the game or if it's just right now just being unthoughtful on the court.
There's nothing wrong with a good look, but when you got a brand new shot clock, the game is still close, and there's a lot of minutes left to be played. Let's work the offense. Let's try to set up a nice, easy layup, little reverse layup, something that,
She was on the fast break. She had the layup wide open. She just stopped and took the shot. I don't know what was going on in Nicole's head, but you know what? Sooner or later, it's only a 9-6 game with 9:16 to go in the first half. They're only down by 3. They just need to start taking control of the game, slow it down, and take the easy shots.
Exactly, Jason. There's only two things that would have happened if she drove it in. Either she would have got fouled, and then she would have made the free throws, or she would have made the shot. So either way, it would have been to our advantage.
On the floor now, we have Hicks, Matthews, Booker, Shakur, and Bell. Oh, Sherika Miller. I beg your pardon, Sherika Miller.
And those 4 missed free throws by the women Gators so far are huge right now. They would be leading 10-9 or even down by 1 point if they would have made half of those. And with Varney, she's a 52% free throw shooter. It's something
There's the opportunity though. As we're back with the ball, Charnay Bell at the top. Wide right to Hicks. Hicks almost double teamed there for a second. Back to Charnay with room to work. Dribbles left. Takes advantage. Booker with the long shot. All air. Bell with the rebound. A nice quick take, but nothing to show for it. Quick outlet by Sonoma State before they slow it down. They seem to be under control, Sonoma State.
Yes, they do. They do seem to be under control, patient, looking for the easy shots, and forcing the Gators to foul.
Bronte Sheehan passes it to Marie Sweet. Back to Sheehan down low, and that's an easy look.
Hands need to be up.
Gators quick to respond. We got Hicks trying to bring it down backcourt fast, but Sonoma State very good to get back as well. Booker now on the ball.
Again, another shot taken from too deep. They need to get
Long pass, and it's good for the bucket for Sonoma State. San Francisco State Lady Gators not quick enough, getting back on defense.
So far, not so good.
Quick timeout there for San Francisco State.
Why Basorti was that wide open for the football pass, I don't know. But it seems like they're trying for the full court pressure at the moment, and then forcing the zone on their defensive half. And now they're down by 7 points. They need to figure out something inside, and they're not doing it. They're taking too many deep shots.
If anything, this might be a big wake-up call that Coach Wallace is giving his team, probably reminding them that this is their chance for them to get into the playoffs. Well, we'll see what happens when we come out of this timeout.
If you were Coach Wallace, John, what would you think you would say to them right now?
I actually wouldn't have taken that timeout necessarily. I don't want them overthinking. You could see that we're already just deep into thought. We're rushing everything. I kind of want the game just to come. We've already had seemingly 5 substitutions, so I'm not sure the coach knows exactly just what he wants out of his team. It seems like he's feeling out the game as well. Intercepted pass, 31 there. Bronte Sheehan and the bucket, 15-6. As Sonoma State Seawolves are on a major run. Booker back to the top. Hicks, Candace Matthews. You know what? That might have been one of the closest shots we've had all game, and that was from the free throw line.
Yes, and that's unbelievable. And they've been on the free throw line 5 times so far. Not 5 times, just shots in general. And now Booker will go to the line and take 2 herself. Sorry, that is not Booker. I apologize.
Very heads-up play there by Bronte Sheehan.
Definitely. Well, maybe this is our chance for us to actually make some free throws, and I probably just jinxed it right there.
That was actually one of the better follow-throughs I've seen from the line. It barely missed. But I think Candace is good for the second one. I'm not too fearful just yet.
And again,
that looked like the double rim. Are you sure these are single rims? Because
something's going on.
I got to check with the park superintendent. I'm not sure about that.
Is there some little, butter on it going so far for the Gators are not getting any luck on the rims right now.
Sheehan on the ball. Nothing we want to see at this moment in the game. Taylor Vigil. Elizabeth Day with the elbow again. Takes it low.
Almost
rebound picked up there by Sheehan and then by Marie Sweet. Offensive boards for the Seawolves abound.
Ramel, as you just said, they need to start boxing them out, and nothing's going right so far on offense or defense.
Well, there's a mismatch right there. Sharnae Bell versus Marie Sweet. Almost 5 inches difference right there. So we're going to have to play tough.
5'3", John. 5'3". She's doing her work, though.
There we go. Shurika Miller bringing it up court. She looks strong on the ball. Oh, there it is. Oh, you got to go back to it right there. But that's okay. We got a long game ahead of us.
We both saw it, John. We both saw it.
And again, another bad pass.
Cut off pass. That's right.
Straight up.
And the fast break, at least Candace Matthews got back. She kind of kept that from being an easy bucket there for the Seawolves. I like her effort on that play.
Very much so.
Elizabeth Day down low now. Kind of calm on the ball. Pivots quick. Was that a kick or a foul?
Foul.
You saw it, huh?
I saw it. I definitely believe the frustration is starting to get to them as they're starting to let loose on the basic defense, lack of defense to say the least. That you got to box out and put those hands up. And what's worse than that? 4 fouls.
I heard that. Substitutions for the Seawolves now. Alyssa Ito back in the game. Same with Conway, bruising her way down low. Up top, Taylor Vigil to Conway. Conway looking at about a free throw distance shot. Over to Sheehan, back to Alyssa Ito. Alyssa Ito breaking right, dribbling left. Top of the key, stripped there by Hicks. Come on, Hicks, take it to the house. Quick
to go ahead and retract my previous statement that our Gators are causing a lot of turnovers, but according to the stat sheet, we got Sonoma doing the same thing, but the big difference is that Sonoma is taking advantage of their turnovers and capitalizing on them.
Considering the way this game has gone, you look at the scoreboard, and Sonoma State only has 21 points. All in all, we're playing some pretty decent defense. If we went into this game and someone told us, look, you're going to be able to hold them to 42 points, I think we would have known that we would have a chance in this game. let's look at the upcoming schedule, because that's what all of this boils down to. Obviously, tonight we gotta end up with a W. That is the result we need to work on. But after tonight, this is how it shapes up in the C.C.A.A. conference. Again, the final 8, or excuse me, the top 8 rather, make it to the tourney, and that's all the marbles. That's what we're shooting for. On Wednesday, San Francisco State, we play CSU Dominguez Hills. It's at home. Make sure you come on down to the main gym. Hopefully this place will be rocking. I'm looking forward to that. That game is at 5:30 on Friday, February 24th. Cal State LA, I beg your pardon, at home as well. And Cal State LA, they're 5th in the conference. So let's say we pull this game off tonight. Let's say we take down Dominguez Hills, and they're a last place team, Dominguez Hills. We will be in good shape. But again, that's a tough team in Cal State LA. They're 12-7, but beatable. Then let's move on to Sonoma State, the Seawolves, who we're playing tonight. Their next game is against San Bernardino Wednesday. The most beautiful thing about that game, so let's say we beat Sonoma State. They get 13 losses. Then they play San Bernardino. San Bernardino's playing tonight. We'll see what happens there. But if they could lose to San Bernardino, give them 14 losses, that gives us the in. And then guess what? Sonoma State plays UC San Diego on Friday, first in the conference and undefeated. I'll cover up this last other team that we got to beat, or basically have a better record than, and that's Cal State San Bernardino Coyotes. They play tonight, Saturday. Of course, that's today at Cal State Monterey Bay. Well, guess what? Monterey Bay is second place in the conference at 14-5. So this is the way today's shaping up is so special. I'm glad you guys are watching at home, because this is really a special game. On Wednesday, the Coyotes, they go to Sonoma State. So again, a road game. 7-12. Either team loses that 13th, 14th game, and then Friday at Humboldt State, the third team in the conference at 13-6. So things are really shaping up for us.
It's really shaping up, but it's a lot of ifs. They need to come back right now. They're struggling inside on offense right now. The defense is showing up for the women Gators, down by 8, and so far, the difference in the game: 4 out of 6 free throws for the Sonoma State Seawolves, 67%. That's all that matters. Key for the second half. Before we go to break, what do you think is the biggest point for the Gators right now?
Well, Jason, I believe our Nicole Hicks she's a junior. She got one more year, so it's probably about one more year left to play for the Gators. Well, she's doing it right now with 6 points, leading the Gators with 4 rebounds, sharing that with Farrah Shakur. She is, again, in the top, number 8 in the league for scoring. She's going to definitely have to take it on with her average of 12.9 points per game and lead the Gators in the scoring. But like you said, the defense is coming alive, so hopefully they take that momentum into the second half.
And as you're looking here on your screens, Hicks right now at 6 points and 4 rebounds. Van Sickle with 1 shot made so far, taken too many threes, but she got 3 points and 2 rebounds, and Shakur 2 points and 4 rebounds. And if you look at that score right there compared to what Sonoma State is doing, I'll hand it all to Ramel. So far, nothing compares to it. Doubling points, and they're not looking strong at all. They need to pick up the offense. Ramel right now with Sheehan, 8 points with 1 rebound. Sweet with 6 points and 3 rebounds, and Day with 2 points. Huge. The 5 rebounds, the biggest part for the Sonoma State Seawolves. As we go into half, I'm Jason Neal. John Medina is right here. Ramel, one last thought before we leave for halftime.
Well, one last thought is definitely keep that idea of the playoffs in mind. That number 8 spot, the also coveted number 8 spot, just to get back into the playoffs for our Lady Gators, as well as Sonoma State's thinking the same thing because they're trying to keep it.
You know what? They need a W right now. Down by 8. 10.5 minutes to go at halftime. We'll bring you back here on the Gator Sports Network. I'm Jason Neal for John Medina and Ramel. We'll see you back in 10 minutes.
And we're back here at the main gym of San Francisco State University here in San Francisco, California. John Medina, Romel Conclara, and Jason Neal. What's going on?
You know what? Not much. Just so far a good game going on here. Romel, what do you think so far? 21-13 Seawolves lead. What do you think?
Well, as usual, we have a whole second half to play, and with the way these Gators have now waken up on defense, I think we have a good shot of coming back and taking this game.
Okay. Well, you know what? So far, the biggest player out there so far the Gators need to get going. Is it Van Sickle?
Scoring-wise?
Yes.
Well, I don't see it as any lady on this team having to step up their game. I think collectively, we need to be doing really well. Whether it's Barney down low getting a bucket here, or Hicks. Hicks, I would like to see a little more consistency out of. But I think together we just need to make it happen.
You know what? I agree, but with so far, Van Sickle has been a little slow so far. She's made 2 shots in the last game and a half. She needs to step it up. So does Hicks, but the defense needs to stay hot. With the steals so far, Romel, if you're the Seawolves, what do you do so far against the Gators?
I would definitely continue to back them down when we're on offense, and on defense, continue to keep that ball at the perimeter. Like I've been saying all game, Jason, the Gators have not tried to get that ball down low. And that's where they are capitalizing, really, because their jump shooting is not making it happen.
Starters back on the floor. Angela Van Sickle, Nicole Hicks, Michaela Booker. I think Faraz Shakur and Lauren Varney make up our 5 to begin the second half. Alyssa Ito, Basorti, I think Sweet,
yes, Conway,
and who is that? Vigil, beg your pardon, Taylor Vigil.
All the starters for the Seawolves except for Elizabeth Day.
Elizabeth Day, very strong first half. Not sure why she's not coming out in the second, but that's okay. It might do us a favor. Top of key now. Shakur looking for a pass. Finds Van Sickle. Works down low. Lauren Varney. I like what they're doing here with the shot. And he falls.
That's what I'm talking about, John. We got to keep that ball down low. That's what we're going to get all day.
All right, Alyssa Ito bringing it back for the Seawolves. Very ominous name, to be sure. Conway, nice bounce pass.
Look at that.
Beautiful
sweet play.
Beautiful
Go ahead,
play.
sir. Taylor Vigil, very clean. Way to finish that. You got to say, if you are a Seawolves fan. Lauren Varney working the top, trying to find someone. I beg your pardon. Shakur now to Varney, working baseline. Gets around one, goes up strong, gets the foul.
Delayed foul call right there. The ref took a second to think about that one. But, Varney, 0 for 2 on the line, needs to step it up, needs to make these 2 free throws to make it a 6-point game. It's 23-15 so far.
Definitely. 0 for 2 on the free throws, you get a chance to make it up here as long as we get our chance to the basket. I definitely think Coach Wallace is listening to us, guys, getting him down in the paint, attacking the basket more.
I have to agree, finally somebody's listening to us.
Somebody, anybody, please.
Varney's first free throw misses. Still 15-23, 19:09 here in the early going of the second half in this gigantic game. The Gators versus the Seawolves.
I'll take it. A
56% free throw shooter, 1 for 4 tonight, not too good so far.
Yeah, but you could get that 56% in 2 more shots. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. Alyssa Ito yelling out her orders to the rest of her team. Van Sickle tries to cut off the pass, unable to do so. Marie Sweet with the take. You know what we're not getting out of the referee so far in this game is that lead left hand, that lead right hand, that pushing off. You're seeing it very consistently with the Sonoma State side.
Well, we can't blame them so far. The defense is not strong right now in the first half.
Rebound there by Conway. So Lisa Ito brings it back up court. Little spin move there on Van Sickle, but she's...
That last free throw made by Varney, I just found out it was the first one made tonight for the Gators.
Nice.
1 for 8.
Alyssa Davis, fantastic steal. Just what we needed. Up court to Booker. Booker looking down low to Varney. Varney covered there by Conway. Shakur setting up the motion.
Long 2 there.
Jumper no good.
They need to stop taking the deep shots again. It seems like they're getting their old habit in the first half. Need to slow it down, take it inside.
Ito to Taylor Vigil. Vigil to Marie Sweet. Nice rebound there by Shakur. Shakur to Van Sickle. taking her time, as she should, staying composed. I like to see this out of our offense. Calm the game down. Sorry.
That's fine. It looks like Sonoma is doing the same game plan, constantly taking the ball to the basket, which is working out at their favor. Well, not exactly with the basket not going in.
Varney double teamed on the baseline, finds Davis. Down low to Shakur, cut off there by Alyssa Ito.
They tried to find inside, and too many Seawolves that time. That time, they need to take it outside.
Ito down low to Conway, steps up to the free throw line, looking for Basorti. Basorti picks up the ball there, also at the free throw line, dribbling left. Now stuck on her pivot foot, plant foot. Ito dribbling, looking for the play to develop. Basorti looking for a three, no good. And the rebound by Shakur.
Uncontested shot right there. Again, we were talking about the basics, ladies and gentlemen. Getting the hands up, put a hand in their face or something. That cannot happen again if the Gators want to come out with a win.
Davis still in the game, getting good minutes in this crucial
all the way up.
Saturday. 10 hits from the free throw line. A big bucket right there for Sonoma State.
Sweet now with 12 points. Huge.
Van Sickle on the ball now for the Gators. Down low. Saved by Hicks before going out of bounds. Back to Van Sickle.
What a save.
Indeed, a huge save. Davis working it down low.
Hicks is wide
Lanika
open.
Boyd back to Van Sickle. Can she get another? And she does. Someone's heating up.
Someone's getting
Definitely found that stroke, and she's going to capitalize on every time she got it.
30, 35, 11 minutes and change. Elisa Ito dribbling it forward for Sonoma State. Dishes back. Christina Fahey. Over to Sweet. Great effort there by Boyd. Unable to get the strip. But we will take that, won't we?
Putting the pressure on, having a mental breakdown, that's what we got to capitalize on. Van Sickle keeping us in the game with those 2 3-pointers. Let's see if it continues to roll.
All of the listeners at home just want to say thank you for tuning in to the Gator Sports Network, GSN, as it is so aptly known. We'll be covering the men's game shortly following this game this evening. Men versus Sonoma State Seawolves. And then later this semester, plenty of games to be had on the Gator Sports Network for the men's baseball team. And that starts in March. So make sure you stay tuned to the Gator Sports Network. Davis from the three-point line. And it's the third three-pointer in a row for the Gator offense, making this a 33-35 game with just 10 minutes remaining.
Sniffing a comeback are the Gators. Maybe looking to chop on those Seawolves.
It's definitely raining threes out here at the Swamp, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
let's take a look at this sick trade by Davis. All alone, puts it up. It's like a free throw.
Just too easy. And Davis, 7% three-point shooter, has made 2 today.
With their defense and their shooting, has brought us back within 2 points with 10 minutes left in the game. Guys, are we going to rely on our three-point shooting? What are we going to do at this point?
It's working. That's the fastest 9-point swing we've had all game. I don't want to fix anything at this point. And I tell you what, guys, I'm nervous.
You know what? I'm
This
nervous
is
too.
crazy.
I'm nervous too, but you stay with what's hot, and Van Sickle and Davis are shooting like it's nothing right now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you want the ball? Take it. Davis on defense. Ito looking for an open
Looking for a shutdown.
teammate. Almost lost there by Sonoma State. Back up to Ito.
Need to put some
Looking
pressure on
left. Tries to find Marie Sweet down low. She pivots. It doesn't fall. The rebound goes to Lauren Varney.
Taking the shot clock all the way down to 3 seconds. Now that's defense coming out with that defensive rebound as well. The Gators are continuing to power down the defense as we bring it as they try to tie it right now.
We haven't been tied since the first minute of regulation. Davis, three-point line long. I'd like to see someone on the block there.
Where was the rebounding? No one was going looking for that three. No one was following the shot. They need to start doing that if they're going to win this game.
Elizabeth Day pivoting to Sheehan, baseline, and a travel. Everything is going the Gators' way.
Sonoma State is definitely need this timeout with everything going wrong. Mental mistakes, and the Gators are trying to capitalize as we bring it within 2 points of hopefully getting our 3-game win streak into this final homestand of the season.
Head coach Mark Rigby red in the face, calling a timeout no more than a minute prior to his last. As the cheerleaders take it over on center court here at the main gym on the campus of San Francisco State. Tell me, what's happening?
You know what's happening? The Seawolves defense can't stop the three-point shooting. They're letting, they're saying, you know what? Beat us deep in the, outside, and the Gators right now are taking advantage. And with with Caleb Davis, who doesn't shoot threes very well at all.
Right, and you know what? Coach Rigby saw that the Gators are going inside a lot, and what's happening is that their Seawolves are collapsing on the post and leaving our shooters wide open, and our shooters are taking advantage of that.
I tell you what, if it comes down to an easy bucket, if we only need, obviously if it's a tied game or something like that, I'd like to see it where we set up that open look from the three-point line, and then the last second dish. You can almost go up looking for the shot, and then that quick down low, because we haven't had a layup all game.
No, we haven't.
All we need is to tie the game for 35-33, 9:18 to go here on the Gator Sports Network.
Man, am I pumped. This place is rocking right now. The gym's going crazy. People on the edge of their seats, and I hope you are at home as well.
We got fans complaining that it's Sonoma State ball. What I clearly remember that it was a travel.
Yeah, it was a travel, and if we need to show them, we can get a replay. And all we have to do is come on up here.
I'm pretty sure that's why their coach was red in the face calling a timeout. I think we could get a replay on that.
Oh,
guys in the booth, if you get a chance.
And Coach Wallace saying,
thank you for that shot. If only we had audio, that would be sweet.
If only we were that much close to them. But, Gators just looking for the tie right now. I'm getting nervous. Mike. Are you guys getting nervous? This is a close game right here.
Man, I wish I was in the game.
The travel calmed me down a little bit. I'm not going to lie. The fact that their players now, who seem to be so good with the A, B's, and C's of basketball, seem to be a little bit unnerved, and it's great, when you're on the other end of that.
You know what? With Ben Sickle, the way she's playing right now in the second half, I feel much more confident, and maybe she's getting a groove. Maybe she's getting ready to explode in the last 9 minutes.
Well, she's confident. She's been here before. She's been playing the game her whole life, as all these ladies have. And they're showing it right now in this gut check moment of this very, very tense game. Shakur over to Hicks. Hicks working the dribble. Has to pass, finds Davis. Lauren Varney tries to find Hicks down low. Tightly defended by number 23 for Sonoma State. Jump ball perhaps, and that's the call.
I was surprised there was no foul called on Travis Newman on Hicks' shot, but nothing's going right now inside with a call for Hicks so far.
Number 23 for Sonoma State, again, just has game. She just always seems to be around the ball, always causing problems for San Francisco State Gators.
She has been all day.
And here she is on the ball now, working it left. Handsome pick set there by Travis Newman. Newman on the ball, takes the jumper, and hits. Oh, I beg your pardon, Taylor Vigil.
Well, she saw that wide open. She beat Hicks on the dribble. And Hicks did try to get it from behind, but with that sweet stroke, she was able to hit that jumper.
We might be a few rows up, but you saw her eyes get big as she released it. Here's Shakur. Sorry.
Too wide open, John Starr. But they need to get inside, and look, another bad pass by the Gators.
Well, thank goodness the arrow is going our direction. In this instance, Elizabeth Day, tough on the ball for Sonoma State.
And you can't really blame Varney for that. I mean, the pass was just too low, right up to her shins. And then, all you need to do as defenders is just wrap her up, and that's what the Seawolves are doing.
And they're doing it very well. And, Varney sometimes looking open inside, but maybe Davis, Hicks needs to start warming up. She made one shot in the second half. She made all of her shots in the first half, I believe 2 or 3. And down by 4, 8 minutes and change to go. I still feel confident. They still need just to tie it. All we need is to tie it first. We can learn about the win, hurry about the win later on.
8:16 remaining. 33-37, Sonoma State leads. This is the third to last game. We need to win each and every one. We need to hand Sonoma State a loss. Now's the time. Davis inbounds. The bucket and one for Farah Shakur.
You know what? That is it, and that's exactly what I've been trying to say for them to do. And now they need Shakur to make the free throw, make it a 1-point game, the closest difference in the game so far today.
That might have been our first layup.
I was just about to say that.
You know what? I think it's our second layup. I think
We got two now.
Yeah, we got
that's right,
two
'cause I
layups
think-
so far.
Yeah, but I'll take it. Second, third, don't matter. We'll take
The
it. And
3-point play. Sorry, partner.
That's all right.
I got excited. Did you see
That's
me?
all right. I did.
And you know what? A 52% free throw shooter just made one. They need to keep doing that. Not doing too well on the free throw percentage so far today. Only 23%. They were 3 of 13 before that shot. Now 4 of 14.
Lisa Ito on the ball for Sonoma.
Leading scorer for the Seawolves. Didn't start the second half. Still struggling, and they're still down by 1.
Elizabeth Day trying to convert the 3-point play. Number 33 was a terror for the Gators in the first half, and she has a chance to renew that contract and make it a 40-40 game. The shot is good. We are even, 40 apiece. 4 minutes to go and counting here in San Francisco, California. Angela Van Sickle on the ball.
Getting louder now. Slowly getting it.
Lauren Varney, top of the key, over to Hicks.
Whoa.
Hot pass. Van Sickle able to keep possession. Varney, only one battling. Just rims out. Unbelievable.
Barney
3:33 now. 3:31 and counting. Alusa Ito for Sonoma State, 40-40.
They didn't take their time there. They made a bad pass, and they need to make the Seawolves make a mistake here.
Taylor Vigil, top of the circle. Davis on her. Works to the left hand. Now to Ito with the 3. Way wide.
Great defense all around by the Gators.
Shakur, no surprises here on the boards. Sorry,
Take your
partner.
time. Take your time. That's all I have to say. Take your time.
Davis, I like the cycling by the Gators in this possession. Back to Davis. Oh,
She
man.
thought about it.
She had an open shot.
She wants the easy bucket.
And-
Unfortunately, it's
whoa.
stolen there. It could have had some contact. The rest did not oblige. Elisa Ito back with the ball.
Definitely, the Gators definitely need to continue with their defense as they're shutting down every Seawolves as they keep a body on each one of them.
2:35 to go.
And the biggest shot of the game to this point gives Sonoma State a 3-point lead.
And it's Hennington. First shot made of the
20
evening.
seconds on the shot clock, 2:20 remaining. Hicks down low to Shakur. She pivots. Nice take, and the
Drop
bucket.
step, moving in.
2:10, 2:09, 2:08, 42-43, Sonoma State. Lisa Ito on the ball.
Need to make a stop here.
Over to Taylor Vigil. Taylor Vigil. Is that Elizabeth Day? No, that's not. The take by number 21, Allie Hennington, does not fall. Varney with the rebound. 1:45 remaining.
Down by 1. Take your time.
Cole Hicks to Van Sickle. Back to Hicks. Top of the circle. Hicks penetrating. A wild shot, but it almost fell.
I don't know what she was thinking there. I have no idea. Maybe she was in mid-air looking for the travel.
All right.
She just threw it out.
Hennington with the rebound. Elisa Ito, 1:24 and counting in the remainder of this second half of this game between Sonoma State and San Francisco State. 42-43, the Seawolves with the lead.
He's getting to the goosebump minutes. Looking for the big play.
Marie Sweet trying to find an open look to Ito.
Full silver
2
on
seconds
Van
on the
Sickle.
shot clock. Marie Sweet, kind of a loose shot. Rebound there by Shakur, no help.
And the possession goes to us.
I'm not sure that wasn't just a foul. Marie Sweet went charging in after her own rebound and collided with Shakur.
Oh, yes. And now with 1 minute on the clock, I think now you take a quick shot. Hope to get the last shot.
All right. 1 minute, 60 seconds, 42-43. Sonoma State with the lead for all the marbles as we begin this home stretch of 3 games for a chance at making the C.C.A.A. tournament.
Now we're in the free throw time.
No rebound. No one even went for the rebound as it bounces out. 55 seconds and counting. Ito. Oh, that might have been over and back.
I believe so.
We had the best look at it. 46 seconds. Elizabeth Day on the ball. No
What a
hook.
look run in under.
Down
That's
low.
exactly where you want to
Allie
penetrate.
Hennington,
Now
sorry.
you need to hurry up and take a shot.
We need
Gotta get the
3
last
points
shot.
to tie this game up, but we got a timeout with 40 seconds on the clock. 42-45, Sonoma State with the lead.
You know, last time these two teams faced, it ended by 2 points, and it's looking like it could happen again.
40 seconds is a lot of time, guys. I mean, it's a lot of things could happen. We could soak up the time, work the defense, and move on.
You know, 45-42 Seawolves lead. The Gators, do you look for a 3 or do you look to go inside, maybe hopefully get fouled?
I definitely go for the quick 2, get the foul, and if not, go right back on defense, soak up that time. There's a lot of basketball left, guys, and the Gators can still come out of this.
I like the easy bucket. If you can play defense, especially if you make the basket fast, then you can take your time on defense, hold them to nothing, 1-point game, come back, get an easy layup, a runner, whatever it may be, and then have that lead with maybe a second and a half to go, something of that nature. But we got to score. Regardless of which, we have to score. We have to score. As our audio back, I beg your pardon for technical difficulties. Might have been my thumb on the microphone switch. 40 seconds remaining here at the main gym, the campus of San Francisco State. The Lady Gators in a battle with the Sonoma State Seawolves.
The Swamp slowly getting more packed for the men's game coming up next at 7:30. But you know what? What matters now? 40 seconds. Down by 3 are the Gators. Do you look for Francisco deep? Do you look for Hicks to go inside or Shakur inside? We'll find out in just a second.
We can't give up a fast break on this play. A make or a miss. We got to get back on defense. Alyssa Davis on the ball now. Shakur sets a pick. Davis going for the quick bucket. Conway with the rebound.
Tie her up, tie her up, tie her up.
She's able to outlet to
Nobody's
Ito.
gonna stop her.
Only Varney is back, but the foul by Nicole Hicks. 26.9 seconds remain. The San Francisco State Gators down by 3 points.
She makes these free throws, I believe. No free throws. They're not
Not
in that
bonus yet.
time yet. Not in the bonus round, but they need to stop or it probably is over for the Gators.
Allie Hennington checking in, number 21 for Sonoma State. Elizabeth Day going to the bench, so if they do get fouled, they have some sharp shooting ability. Looks like a rugby scrum at midcourt for this inbounds pass. Referee doesn't like something. Little lecture for Alyssa Ito. Goes back into the scrum. See if we get a steal off the inbounds. Unable to do that. Allie Hennington on the ball. The quick foul by Davis.
Almost tackled her there.
24.9 seconds remain. The Gators down by 3, 42-45. Thank you for joining us here on the Gators Sports Network. This has been a great game from beginning to finish.
Something's going on inside the pile.
That's
Sideline.
with Nicole Hicks and I believe Alyssa Ito. A little too much contact
A little
for
too tight
a
up
ref.
there.
Yeah.
But she needs to stick to her like glue right now.
Taylor Vigil with the inbounds pass. The Sonoma State bench
And
in the
she'll go to the
uproar.
line, I believe.
Jacqueline Basorti, the last person you want to see on the ball. And I think there will be at least 1-on-1
And
off
here it
the
is.
foul.
This could be game still in it or game over.
This is pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now. With 3 points ahead, she makes both baskets.
Well, we have the benefit of fouls, and we've proven that we can hit from the three-point line in this game. We did it, 3 in a row at one point. So I'm not even worried. I mean, we have to weigh the worst-case scenario here. If she makes both free throws, it's a 5-point game. Simple as that. You take a timeout, you set up the three-pointer, you hit it. We can
Sorry.
wind this clock down. We can make this happen.
You know what? She is 70% from the line.
Well, it just got nicked up there as Hicks brings it up court. 22, 21, 20 seconds remain. Looking for Shakur, breaks down the defense, and one perhaps.
At least she'll go to the line
Doesn't
for
go
two.
in.
This is it. She needs to make both of them, or at least one. Then you got to foul and hope that they don't make the free throw. Then go for the game winner.
That's right.
Shakur from the line. 16.4 seconds remaining. 42-45. No substitutions as of yet. And it rims out.
Needs this
What do you
one.
do? What do you do?
Second shot now for Shakur.
Throw it off the backboard.
No, not last 10 seconds. Don't think that.
And that's good. 43-45, still 16.4 timeout.
Definitely a lot of basketball left.
San Francisco State.
Okay, now you got to choose who you're going to foul. And you don't want to, she's, as I said, 70% from the line. Maybe you go for Day. Maybe you go for maybe Hennington. Someone, not Sweet. They've been great so far.
The defense could definitely hold up for these last 16 seconds like they've pretty much been doing for most of the game. The Gators might still definitely have a chance with 60.4 seconds left in the game.
You need at least one open look at the end of the game.
No matter what happens, post-foul, we got to bring the ball up court as swiftly as possible. We can't lollygag. We can't get cut off. It can't be a 3-second interval. It has to be 1 second, 2 passes, and the quick J. We can't be playing games. It's the most important thing to making that 16.4 seconds last.
Sorry. Maybe they got to hurry up, get the ball back, timeout, then worry about the passes. They need a foul here.
Is that
Not
the person
sure
you guys
what
want to foul?
happened right there.
Are you okay with that, Jason?
I believe so.
Well, Travis Newman, she's been sitting for the last 6-7 minutes. So if anything, that's one of their most cold,
She hasn't been on the line yet today, but she hasn't made a shot all day. So pressure's on. She hasn't been out on the court so far a lot today. Maybe this is the moment.
Number 32 gets the ball from the ref. 14.7 remaining, 2-point game. And the first is good.
As we have a lot of Seawolves family members right in front of us. Cheers are going on.
Yes, they do have a contingency here for sure.
And that was not a good choice for fouling. 76% from the line. Need to hurry.
This may be the
Davis
last
rushing up court. A timeout with 10.4 remaining in this second half.
Need the last shot.
Yeah, why not soak it up, let it happen. That's what I go for. What about you guys?
You got to go for it. You got to tie this game up. Rely on the Seawolves to miss their final opportunity, and let's take it to overtime.
Candace Matthews, 75% from 3. Problem is, she's only taken 4 of them. She's 3 for 4. But maybe you go for Van Sickle. Maybe you look for Van Sickle deep. Maybe you look for Matthews. Davis has been, the choice today. She's made 2 of them. So 10.4 to go. 46-43 Seawolves lead. And, well, Gators with the last possession of the game probably.
This is pretty much your season right here with for that last and eight spots to go for it. I mean,
on nails.
This is the one you want.
Goosebumps are riding around this
Davis
swamp right now.
looking for a clean inbound. Van Sickle's covered. Hicks with the shot. Thought it was good. It rims out. The quick foul. 6 seconds left. Let's just hope for a miss or two, huh?
I don't know if that was the right person to take that 3.
True, very true. Van Sickle's been shooting incredible from beyond the arc. I think Hicks is also a very good shooter. I think she released way too early.
I agree. She needed to take more time off the clock. I think you just needed to wait for the buzzer and look for Van Sickle. I think she's the one you needed to go for right there.
Well, Nicole Hicks has been their go-to player as we get the rebound. 5.5, 4 seconds left. Angela Van Sickle gets the shot off. Oh, and it just falls short as time expires. An unbelievable finish to this game here at the main gym of San Francisco State as the Gators fall to the Sonoma State Seawolves. 46-43. Gentlemen, what do you got for us?
Van Sickle's definitely had that shot. I mean, it rimmed out just with a little more push. It would have went right in there, but she definitely had a great shot, great game by both teams. Definitely pushing it, making it a nail biter to the end.
You know what? A great game, even though this probably means no playoffs. You know what? Unbelievable try by Van Sickle. Great game. At one point was down by 12, 18-6 early on in the first half. Mel, last thoughts in this game.
Last thoughts. I want to definitely. We still got a couple more games left from the Gators, but they definitely showed a lot this season. As we stand, and I'm pulling everything down with me.
As we move up, sorry folks, trying to get a good look right now, but you know what? Van Sickle, great game. In the end, John, your last thoughts on this?
I gotta say, Shakur for me was the player of the game. She left it all out there. It almost looked like this was going to be her last basketball game of her life. She kept us in it. She was tenacious. She just gave everything she could, and it was really fun to watch.
It was fantastic to watch, Ramel.
Great game. Again, just one more time, that the leaders of this team definitely showed up. A lot of them contributed all at different times, but definitely made it very fun to watch. A very competitive basketball game through to the end.
Well, Romel, Jason, I had a fantastic time. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful occasion here at San Francisco State University.
You know what? Stay tuned for more Gator Sports Network, the men's basketball game versus Sonoma State, right here, and it's next.
Thank you and have a wonderful night. And thank you for watching the Gator Sports Network.